We are finishing up our sausage and 5-bean chili. Not just sausage and 5-bean chili, Lucy's sausage and 5-bean chili. This smells so good. And you know, with chili, Lucy, and forgive me, I haven't made much chili in my life. I don't see a lot of barbecue sauce being put in chili, and it smells amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of unique. This I got that idea from a chili that actually we call it Trotter's chili, which is my uncle and my grandparents used to make it, and then my mom, and he makes it anyway. But it requires barbecue sauce, and so when I was coming up with the chili, I was like, oh, you know, let me add that in. And so we started with a pound of Conecuh, and then we added a pound of ground beef, and we added some veggies. So we did red, green, yellow bell pepper, a little bit of onion, jalapeno, a little bit of garlic, and we got all that cooked. And now we can, you know, just kind of add the rest. So I'm just going to do a teaspoon of cumin, and I'm going to do half of a beer. Just whatever beer you know, you have on hand. If you didn't want to add beer, it's not a big deal. Just add water.
Yeah.
And then you can use whatever beans you like, but this is just the combination that I used. And I did black, red beans, some pinto beans, and little white beans. And I just drained and rinsed those, so we don't really want all of the kind of starchy liquid in there.
Yeah.
So rinse those off. That's actually going to take away a ton of the salt and sodium that we, you know, don't need in our chili. And then this is a big can, so I used half of the can to make that batch, and so I just have half left. So this is 14 ounces of baked beans.
Lucy, does the beer just give it a little bit of extra flavor?
Yes, it gives it awesome flavor, and of course it's, you know, kind of cooked for about 30 minutes, so the flavor is just, I don't know, just does something really neat to it.
Yeah.
Really, beer and chili is really good. And you can buy single beers at the store. So if you're not a beer drinker, you know, and you still wanted to make this recipe, you don't have to buy like a 6-pack or something. You could just buy a single beer. And I do that for wine too. I bought the little bottles on here before. We have these little 4-pack bottles of wine, and they're really small. I think they're like, I don't know, 8 ounces or something like that, and it's great for cooking.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not a wine drinker.
So you don't have to buy a whole bottle?
Yeah, you don't have to buy a whole bottle. You just have, you know, the little bit for the recipe. And then this is an 18-ounce bottle. Haha, it's making a funny noise.
I bet the kids love that, right?
Yeah, they would have laughed. I guess I'm used to living with boys now.
With the kids.
So I'm just going to do, it's about 12, 14 ounces of barbecue sauce. And at this point, we just get everything together and we let it simmer for, you know, 20 or 30 minutes, and it'll be ready to go. And it's not spicy. We have the little jalapeno in there, which just kind of is going to give flavor, not heat. So it's kind of a unique chili and kind of different. So,
I like it. I can't wait to taste this. And speaking of, how are the kiddos? We mentioned the boys.
Yes, the boys are doing well, and Elle is already, she's a little over 9 months old, so she's
so cute.
She's on the move. It's so funny. Anybody that has kids knows, it's like, oh, they're sitting up. And it's like, yay, they can play with stuff, but it's like, as soon as they sit up, then they're on the move. So
then they're walking.
Then they're walking. And she's
terrorizing the house.
Pulling up. I know, I feel like she's doing, I don't remember the boys pulling up this early. They kind of walked a little bit after one, so I think she might be an early walker, which...
Hey, you should, you're thankful for that, especially with those twins, having 2 little ones up running around.
So I think she's just itching to get down there and play with the boys. You know, she's already like kind of taking their toys. We call her Little, and so, you know, she'll kind of grab something. They're like, no, Little, no. Oh. I know, I'm like, okay. Share. But yeah, the house is pretty wild, but they're all good.
I love it. And speaking of sharing, this is a perfect recipe to share. I cannot wait to try this. You can check it out online. And of course, I just had a message on my work Facebook page asking where can they find your recipes as well. Greers.com has them all.
Yeah, they have them all, and they have our videos that we do here linked on there. So yeah, Greers.com has all our recipes and our ads and the link to online shopping. So it's a good spot.
Yeah, be sure to check it out. Joe?